So, the next time we got back to the job site, I picked up where I left off. After finishing the last 2 pieces of the first workbench, I moved on to sanding the exposed parts. The rest of the carcass will be hidden by the drawers, the worktop, and the door in the center section. Since it's reclaimed wood, I used 60 grit sandpaper, and it was, well, not easy at all. As you can see, the center section took way too long. While I was working on the table, my dad applied a protective and sealing emulsion to the first pieces of siding, which will attach around the window outside the shed. 2 layers on both sides. During lunch break, after we ate, we went out to get some more wood. Some more reclaimed wood, because why not? We found a perfect pallet for our needs and some more amazing wood. Someone actually threw away some new 2x4s. We'll use this wood to make the brackets for the rails on which the drawers will run. After we got back, my dad pulled out all the nails that were left in the boards, and I cut them, yes again by hand, into 41.3 centimeters long pieces. I attached these pieces to the posts of the table at heights that will allow the aluminum rails to sit on them and the drawers to open and close without interference. And then, suddenly, an issue. Water was leaking in from somewhere, and my suspicion is that it was the recently attached windowsill. We should take it out and check what's going on. So we immediately disassembled the window and examined the issue in depth. We cleaned off all the sealant, the silicone and tar hidden in the sealing tape, and checked the mechanism built into the window frame, which is responsible for draining the water. On an elevated stand, we poured water into the rails, and, as expected, the water came out of the appropriate drainage holes. The conclusion was clear. We must do two things. First, make sure the drain holes are above the windowsill, as they were when we initially installed the window. Second, that the bottom part of the window frame is sealed so that water cannot escape from it onto the wooden framing of the window and the wall below it. At the same time, and until the entire window area dries in preparation for reinstalling the window frame, I completed assembling the brackets for the drawer rails on the first workbench. In order for all the drawers on the right side to be exactly the same height and position as the drawers on the left side of the table, I remeasured the height and compared it to the assembled side. After marking one side, I attached the brackets, making sure to level them. Once one side was attached and ready, I transferred the markings to the other side with a level so that the drawers would be balanced. Oh yes, we also started covering the walls from the outside. The first part, around the window. To complete the construction of a workbench carcass, I cut 4 strips of wood measuring 2 centimeters by 18 millimeters and at the height of the drawer openings. I attached these pieces to the table frame at a depth of 1 centimeter, and they will be the stoppers for the drawers so that when they're closed, they won't go deep, but rather be flush with the front of the table. I attached them using brad nails just to hold them in place, then drilled pilot holes and fixed these strips to the table posts with 5 centimeters long screws. For the tabletop, I used 10 millimeters thick plywood. I cut it to a width of 168 centimeters and a length of 60. In order for it to fit into its place between the studs of the shed, I placed the plywood on the table and marked the position of each of the studs. Then I cut them out with a jigsaw, and we began the tedious process of adjustments, planing, cutting, measuring, until the tabletop was in place. Afterward, I attached the tabletop to the table from its underside. I used a clamp on the front so the plywood wouldn't get pushed upwards out of place by the screw, and on the inner parts, close to the wall, my dad erected a jack for support. Out of nowhere, my mom sneaked us a plate of fruits and coffee. And that's it, except for the drawers. The table is almost ready. We still need to sand a little, oil the bare wood, and of course, expand 3 more tables. Next time, we'll reinstall the window, oil the built workbench in preparation to installing drawers, continue the cladding on the exterior, start the door assembly, and make the first parts for the next table.